Everyone thinks their life is hard, that their problems are bigger than anyone else's, but the night I'm about to tell you about, it changed everything for me. I was only 16 years old. It was around midnight, maybe 2 a.m., and I was with my mom and dad driving in our car. I remember I was so happy that night. I had no idea that joy would turn into trauma within minutes. We were about 20 kilometers from home when suddenly, boom, one of our car tires burst. My dad and mom got out to check. The tire was completely flat. Dad told mom, "Go sit with our son in the car, I'll change the tire." But mom refused. "No, I won't leave you out here in the dark." Dad insisted. "It's too late at night, anything could happen. Please, stay in the car." But she didn't listen. I was watching them argue through the car window when suddenly a speeding car came out of nowhere, must have been going over 100 km/h, and smashed right into my mom. The impact was horrifying. She flew into the air and landed far away. I froze, my heart dropped, my eyes widened, I couldn't move. My dad ran after the speeding car, but it didn't stop. He came back, opened the door, pulled me out in a panic. I was shaking, crying. Dad was barely holding it together. He tried calling an ambulance, but we were deep in a forested area. No network, no signal, no people, just us. He dropped to his knees beside mom, pleading, crying, shaking her body. She wasn't moving. She wasn't breathing. Then he looked at me, tears running down his face, and whispered, "Son, your mom is gone." I lost it, screamed, cried, my whole world shattered, and just when I thought it couldn't get worse, that same car came back, speeding right toward us. Dad held me tight, and at the last second, he threw me aside, out of harm's way. I hit my head hard, bleeding, dizzy, but alive. When I turned around, that car had hit my dad too. He lay there, lifeless, just like mom. My screams echoed through the night, but no one was there, just me, a 16-year-old boy, broken, alone. I crawled to my dad, checked for breath, but there was none. I wanted to call someone, anyone, but there was still no signal, just silence. And then something unexplainable happened. That same car, the one that killed my parents, came back. But this time, it was moving slowly, very slowly, straight toward me. My heart pounded. I stood up, terrified. The car rolled up and stopped. The window rolled down. I stepped closer. No one was inside, not a single soul. I froze. Then, suddenly, the trunk creaked open, and out came, something, not human. Long black hair covering its face, eyes glowing red like fire, wearing white, skin black as coal, nails sharp and bloody. It walked toward me, slowly, and then it spoke. "I killed your parents, and now, it's your turn." I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I stuttered. Why did you do this? My parents never hurt anyone." He laughed, loud, mad, uncontrollably. Then he yelled, "Shut up! You have no idea what your parents did to me." He continued, "They murdered me years ago. I used to be human. I was a good man, but your parents destroyed me. That's why I came back, for revenge." I couldn't believe it. I shouted back, "You're lying. My parents were kind. They'd never hurt anyone." But he growled, "They only looked kind. The truth is, they killed me. Your parents buried the truth, and now I buried them." He dragged me to his car. The smell inside was unbearable, rotten, death. We reached my house within a minute. I don't know how. He walked straight to my mom's closet, pulled out an old photo album, and showed me a picture. It was him, the same man, when he was human. "This was me," he said. "I was your real father." My stomach dropped. He continued, "Your so-called dad was my best friend. Your mother and he betrayed me. Right after you were born, They murdered me to steal my property, my son, my life. They raised you not out of love, but for the wealth that was in your name. They planned to kill you when you turned 18, just like they killed me. I couldn't believe it. Not a word. I yelled, "Show me your face! Take off that hair! Prove it!" He slowly lifted his hair. His face was torn, stabbed, covered in deep wounds. But I could still see it. He matched the photo. I stepped back, in shock. He looked at me, pain in his red eyes, and whispered, "I couldn't kill you because you're my son." I screamed, "If this is true, if you were really my father, why didn't you come earlier? Why now?" But he didn't answer. He just stared and vanished. Just like that, gone. Later, after many weeks of searching, asking, digging into my parents' past, I found out he was telling the truth. He really was my biological father, and the ones I called mom and dad had killed him for money. I've never seen him again. Maybe I never will. But that night, that cursed night, turned my world upside down. Now I live to help others, to protect, to never let pain repeat what I went through. If this story gave you chills, like and subscribe, because some horror stories are not just stories, they're someone's life. Love you all, stay safe. But wait, there's something else. Something truly chilling. My friend, he was riding home one night. Around 3:00, alone, on his bike. Now this wasn't just any road. People say, whoever takes that road never returns the same. Their lives change forever. Most people don't believe that stuff, but I'm telling you, something is wrong with that road. My friend isn't the kind to get scared easily. He's the I don't believe in ghosts kind of guy. So that night he was riding fast, probably over 100 km/h, when suddenly someone jumped right in front of his bike. He slammed the brakes so hard that he lost control and fell. Luckily, he wasn't badly hurt, but what scared him wasn't the fall. It was the man. An old man, maybe 70 or 80 years old, just standing there in the middle of the road. He looked at my friend and said in a calm, almost eerie voice, "Greater than, why are you riding so fast, son? Don't you know? No one drives here at night, especially not alone." My friend stood up, dusted himself off, and snapped, "Greater than, and who the hell are you to jump in front of me like that? I could have died." But the old man just looked at him and said, "Greater than, this isn't a normal road. Strange things happen here. I'm warning you, turn back now." But my friend ignored him, brushed it off like some crazy man talking nonsense. He got back on his bike and rode ahead. Barely 2 or 3 kilometers later, it happened again. Another man suddenly standing in front of him. No warning, no sound, just appeared out of thin air. Once again, my friend hit the brakes. Once again, he crashed. This time, his hands got scraped up and his phone went flying onto the road. Furious, he got up and shouted, "Greater than, are you insane? Who the hell just jumps in front of a moving bike?" But then, he looked into the man's eyes and froze. This man only had one eye. Just one. The man stared at him and said, "Greater than, you dare enter our home and threaten us?" Confused and bleeding, my friend said, "Greater than your home? What are you talking about? This is a public road." But the one-eyed man just smiled, creepy, calm, and cold. "Greater than, no, this road belongs to us. You don't belong here." Then, the one-eyed man grabbed my friend's bleeding hand, and right before his eyes, the wound closed. The blood vanished, as if nothing had happened. My friend's jaw dropped. He looked up to ask, "Who are you? How did you?" But the man had vanished, gone, just like that. Terrified, my friend jumped back on his bike and sped off. As he rode, heart pounding, he saw something that made his blood run cold. On the side of the road, that same old man was sitting there, smoking a cigarette, And just a few meters ahead, that one-armed man was also there, just sitting, smoking, like they had never moved. My friend raced home, completely shaken. His hands were trembling, his mind spinning. When he got home, he told his parents everything, and do you know what they said? Greater than sun. We warned you. Everyone warns about that road. No one listens until it's too late. He was lucky to come back, others weren't. Since that night, none of us, me, my friends, ever dared to take that road again. It's not just a road, it's a warning. To anyone listening right now, if someone ever tells you greater than don't take that path, please listen. They might know something you don't, because some roads don't lead home. Some roads belong to the dead. Outro. If you felt chills during this story, leave a like, subscribe, and remember, never ignore a warning, especially on a road with no return. Hey guys, my name is Max. I come from a small village in America, but my life, it was never like everyone else's. Most people wake up, brush their teeth, have breakfast, go to work, school, maybe, but me? No. I wasn't like them. I couldn't be. Because every morning when I opened my eyes, I couldn't see. If I even tried to look at anything in daylight, it felt like someone had poured burning coal into my eyes. The pain was unbearable. This didn't start when I was a kid. It began when I turned 10. It happened the night we were on a road trip to visit my relatives. Everything was normal until suddenly our car broke down in the middle of a dark, deserted forest. The night was deep, not a single light around, no mobile signal, just silence and trees. My uncle tried fixing the car, but no luck. We were stuck. My dad, my mom, my uncle, and I all sat inside the car, terrified. But soon, I couldn't hold it anymore. I had to pee. I told my mom, I really need to go, but she refused. No, Max, it's not safe outside. She begged me to hold it in, but I couldn't. It was getting painful. I pleaded again and again, until finally, my dad agreed to take me. We stepped out of the car. The cold breeze outside actually felt nice. For a moment, Dad took me a few steps away into the woods. I unzipped and began to pee, and that's when I saw it. Something standing right in front of me. Its eyes glowing white. Its mouth dripping with blood. It wasn't human. It wasn't an animal either. It was something else, something evil. I froze. Then I screamed, "Dad, come here, please!" But no one heard me. I screamed again, "Dad!" Still, nothing. And that thing, it started moving toward me, slowly, silently. Every step it took felt like death approaching. I couldn't pee anymore. I couldn't even breathe. I zipped up and ran, but everything disappeared. The car, my parents, gone. All around me, just pitch black. I was completely alone. I screamed louder than I ever had in my life. "Mom, Dad, help, please help me." But there was no answer. And that creature, it was almost right behind me now. I couldn't move. My legs wouldn't work. My hands froze. My voice stopped. I just stood there, staring at it. It looked straight into my soul. Those horrifying, white eyes locked on mine. Then, it raised a finger and touched my eyes. The moment it did, it vanished. And I screamed, "Mom, help me!" Suddenly, I heard a voice. It was my dad. He came running to me, picked me up, and carried me back to the car. I looked around. We were exactly where I had been peeing. The car was there. My mom and uncle were there too. My uncle tried the car one more time, and it started. We drove back home, but I was not okay. For the next 2 days, I was unconscious. And when I finally woke up, I couldn't see. Not in the day. Whenever I opened my eyes during the day, they burned like hell. But at night, I could see perfectly. Doctors ran tests, but they said my eyes were fine. They didn't believe anything was wrong. My parents did everything they could, but nothing helped. Since that day, my life changed forever. So I just want to say one thing. If you ever travel at night, be careful, because one wrong step and your life could become just like mine. If this story creeped you out, don't forget to like and subscribe. More true horrors are waiting for you.